Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name is Jules, and as always, I'm really excited to have you here today. And today we're going to be talking about how rejection isn't a dead end, but a redirection. You know that feeling that you get in your chest when someone says no, when the opportunity doesn't come, when the call doesn't go your way? It stings. It can feel personal. It can even feel like it's proof that maybe you're not enough. But what if it's not the end of the story? What if it's the beginning? Let's strip rejection down to its truth. Rejection is feedback from the universe. It's not always about you. In fact, more often than not, it's about alignment, timing, readiness, and sometimes divine protection from something not meant for you. Maybe not yet, maybe not ever. You don't have to look like celebrities or famous figures to understand the power of moving past rejection. Nature itself is full of it. Seeds fall to the ground and don't sprout right away. They lie dormant. They endure. The wind might scatter thousands of them before one takes root, even. Is that seed a failure? Or is that persistence in action? Look at rivers, for example. Water flows until it hits resistance, a rock, a wall, but does it stop? Of course not. It finds another path. And slowly, consistently, and persistently, that water over time can carve through stone. That's the nature of true resilience. And rejection is the stone, and you are the water. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, once wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Let that sink in. The very thing that seems to block you might be what builds you. Tony Robbins always says, life doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. And I am a huge believer of that. It's a perspective shift that changes everything. That failed relationship, it taught you your boundaries. That job that you didn't get, maybe it pushed you to build something of your own. That door that closed, maybe it was never a door. It was just a wall, and you were meant to build a ladder instead. It comes down to the meaning that you attach to rejection, because the event itself is neutral. Someone said no. A result didn't go your way. That's the fact. But the meaning, that's yours to choose. And the moment you take ownership of that meaning, you take ownership of your life. I want you to think about this. The brain is wired to avoid pain. When we get rejected, our brain actually processes it like physical pain. That's how deep it cuts. But the beauty of the mind is that it's reprogrammable. So through intentional self-talk, you can actually change the meaning of pain. You can turn "I wasn't good enough" into "this was redirection." There's something better. It really is an incredible thing that we have the power to do that. Tony Robbins teaches the power of state, story, and strategy. Your state is how you hold your body, how you breathe, how you move, and change your state and you change your emotional experience. Your story is what you tell yourself about the rejection. And then your strategy, that's what you do next. So let's say that you applied for a position and didn't get it. You feel gutted. But now you ask yourself, how can I shift my state? So you breathe, move, exercise, get in the body. What story am I telling myself? That I'm not good enough? That I always fail? What's a more empowering story? Maybe this wasn't aligned. Maybe I wasn't supposed to settle. And then what can I do next? Apply again. Apply better. Build something on your own. This process isn't just psychological, it's neurological. You're literally carving new pathways in your brain. Every time that you choose to reframe rejection as redirection, you're teaching your nervous system that pain doesn't equal punishment. It equals preparation. The universe is full of cycles and seasons and waves. Think about this. The tide goes out before it comes back in. You don't plant a seed and dig it up the next day and ask, why haven't you grown yet? You have to trust the process. Rejection is part of that process. Sometimes rejection shows you the cracks in your own foundation, not to break you, but so that you can rebuild stronger. Sometimes you need the rejection to build resilience, to get clarity, to reroute. Sometimes rejection is the only thing that wakes you up from complacency. There's a power in choosing to be unfazed by it, in saying, this didn't work out and I'm still standing. I'm still here and I still believe. Self-talk plays a massive role in all of this. The words that you say to yourself after rejection can either break you or build you. The phrase I am is powerful because whatever follows it becomes part of your identity. So saying things like, I am evolving, I am becoming, I am learning, I am being guided, I am unshakable. Say them over and over and over again. Your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between what is real and what is vividly imagined. So if you continually affirm your strength, your vision, your worth, your subconscious begins to align with that, and your actions follow. In Power versus Force, a book by David Hawkins talks about different levels of consciousness. Force is fear, pride, anger, guilt. And power is love, reason, peace. Rejection often hits us at the level of force. It makes us want to control, to lash out, to shrink. But moving through rejection with power means elevating your response, meeting pain with peace, meeting the unknown with curiosity, meeting no with trust. Rejection is not a punishment. It's a checkpoint, a course correction. Sometimes it's even a graduation. You outgrew that job, that person, that opportunity. And if you're feeling lost after a rejection, remember that even the stars go dark before they explode into something brilliant. Even the tide recedes before it surges. Even the soil resists the seed before it opens. You're not broken. You are being shaped. And something important for you to note is that you shouldn't let rejection make you reject yourself. You can feel the pain. That's very human. But don't build a home in it. Don't set up camp in the valley when the mountaintop is still calling your name. You were never meant to be for everyone, every room, every job, every path. And thank goodness for that. Because when the right one comes, the one that clicks, that aligns, that feels like home, you'll understand why the others didn't. So trust the path, trust the pauses, trust that rejection isn't the opposite of success. It's actually part of it. Your destiny is not at the mercy of a single no. You are bigger than that. You are brighter than that, and you're built for more than that. So take a breath, stand tall, and I want you to say it with me. I am still becoming. And nothing, not even rejection, can stop what is meant for me. I'll end with a story by Kerry Washington. She once said something beautiful. You have to pray to catch the bus. You run as fast as you can, and then if you don't get the bus, that was not your bus. You have to trust that. Think about that. It's not about standing still and waiting for the perfect opportunity to magically arrive. You train, you prep, you stay ready, you run hard, and you give everything that you've got. And if that opportunity passes you by, it wasn't yours. But that effort wasn't wasted because the preparation, the grind, the growth, that's yours to keep. You were made for more. And when your bus comes, you'll be in full stride, ready to jump on and ride it all the way. So don't let rejection stop your movement. Let it shape your momentum. Run for every bus like it's yours and trust that the right one will always open its doors. I hope that you enjoyed this video today. As always, if you did, please hit that like button, subscribe, and share with those that matter most to you. Thank you.